The Lord gave me a phrase today. It's just been building and turning over and over in my heart, and I sense strongly that the Lord wants this to be a word for someone, so that's why I'm sharing it today. And that phrase is this: as you stand your ground, there will be turnaround. Let me say that again. The word God gave me for you today is, as you stand your ground, there will be turnaround. This comes out of Revelation chapter 3, verses 7, 8, and 9, when Jesus says to the church at Philadelphia, and I'm going to paraphrase this, you can look up the actual verbiage in that passage yourself. He's going to say, he says, I'm the one who opens doors that no one can shut. I shut doors no one can open. And behold, I've set before you an open door that no one can shut. I've seen how hard you've been working. I've seen the level of labor and effort that you've been throwing your limited resources and limited strength at your problem and at the opposition of the enemies that have been really resisting you strongly. And yet in that, you have stood your ground. You have kept what I gave you. The word I gave you, you've guarded it and protected it. So there's somebody right now that's watching this. You have been standing your ground, and the Lord wants you to know that as you stand your ground, there is going to be turnaround, even financial turnaround. I sense strongly in my spirit today that there is a word of an emerging economic breakthrough for you. An emerging economic miracle as you stand your ground in the place that God has given you courage, conviction, and faith for, as you've done your best in the place of opposition, open doors in the presence of opposition. You haven't backed down. You have refused to back down. In fact, you didn't back down, you doubled down on what you believe God told you to do, and there's been all-out opposition, but as you stand your ground, there's going to be turnaround because you wouldn't give an inch. You've been bullied, harassed, intimidated, and the Lord knows that, and that's why this message is coming to you today, because He wants you to know, as you stand your ground, there will be turnaround, and your turnaround is at the door. There is a financial breakthrough that is going to emerge in your marketplace, in the very standing place where you have been indeed standing your ground, and there's going to be turnaround there. Furthermore, the Lord wants you to know that because you have stood your ground, you're going to see the goodness of God. You are going to see the goodness of God because you stood your ground. So the word of the Lord for you today is this: as you stand your ground, there will be turnaround, and you are going to see the goodness of God.